Hi everyone, welcome to my kitchen. In today's recipe I'm going to show you how to make a nimki but with a twist. I'm going to be adding some colors to the nimki, and it's going to be natural colors and also flavors, which is going to be coming from fresh beetroot. So essentially a beetroot nimki, and a green nimki which is going to be coming from spinach, which is a spinach nimki. To essentially make both of these and get natural colors in your food, what you have to do is to make the juice of that vegetable. So I'm going to be making a juice of beetroot and a juice of spinach. So without wasting any time, let me just dive right in and show you how to make this dish. So the first step is to make the juice. So I have with me a juicer. It's a favorite of mine. I've attached the juicer blade there. And there are multiple attachments to this. I'm going to add in this, which is a strainer, wherein when the vegetable grinds, the juices will come out from that strainer on the side. Okay, and then I'm going to add the lid in so that it doesn't just splash, because these are non-splash vegetables, so it doesn't really matter. So I'm just going to lock the lid in, and once it's locked, I'm going to add one vegetable at a time and then juice it. And the juice, remember, you have to actually collect it from this nozzle. So you have to ensure that you keep the bowl out there, and then the juice will keep coming out. So first is the beetroot juice. So I'm going to add in my roughly chopped beetroot into this and add it until it gets filled up. I'm going to add it in. There you go. So that's it. So now I'm going to use this press to keep pushing the beetroot down, and then turn it on, and then ensure that I also collect the juice from the side. So I'm also going to be adding a little bit of water. Water is required for certain hard vegetables which doesn't have too much juice in them. And then I'm going to turn on and then juice this. So notice that we have some fresh juice out here, and that's really rich red in color, and it adds great color to food. So this is your natural color. So now this color, as in fresh beetroot color, can be used in multiple things. I'm going to be making a nimki today, but you can actually add it to your red velvet cakes or a puri atta or a paratha atta, and just color your food beautifully. Okay, so I'm just going to keep this aside, rinse, and then make a spinach juice. So now to make the spinach juice, which is the green color, okay, I'm going to add the spinach directly inside because the spout actually hinders me adding the spinach. So I've roughly chopped them, and I'm just going to carefully add it in. So now that I've added my spinach, I'm also going to add in some water, because spinach needs the water for the juices to come out. I'm going to cover it and turn it on and let the juice come out. So you have to push the spinach down a little bit and then ensure that you grind the rest of it. So once you see all of it has gone out and you have all the juices out from the spinach, then your spinach juice is ready. So now that we have our spinach juice ready and the beet juice ready, we have two colors to make our green and purple red nimki. Okay, so now I'm going to be making the nimki dough, which is going to be flavored with some ajwain, salt and ghee, and again using my food processor, which just whips up the atta just like that. Okay, I'm just going to proceed to show you after I just clean this up. So now the process is to make the beetroot nimki and the spinach nimki. I'm going to do it one at a time. So this is my food processor, the MasterChef jar, where I've attached the atta kneading blade, which is not a chopper blade, it's light. It's not sharp. Okay, I'm just going to fit that in, and I'm going to add in one ingredient at a time into this. So I'm going to add in the flour, that is maida. You can add a mixture of maida as well as whole wheat flour, it's completely your choice, but maida and nimki is a classic combination. Okay, I'm just going to add ajwain because it adds a great crunch to the nimki or the matri. In fact, these can be shaped into matris as well, right? So, and then I'm going to add some salt to taste. Add in the ghee, essential ingredient to bind it and to give the flakiness to the nimki or the matri. And then I'm going to add in I'm going to spoon in the juice little at a time. The reason I'm going to do that is to ensure that we need a stiff and a firm dough. And when the food processor mixes it, we'll add it little by little as and when we require it. Okay, so I'm just going to add in one bit right now, and then a little later, if we require more, I'm going to add in a little more through the spout. Okay. Just going to cover it and then start. Notice after the first churn how beautiful the colors are, and I'm going to bring down the flour from the sides, and then I'm going to add a little more beetroot juice. I think we can add quite a bit more, and I love the color. Look at the color of your nimki. It looks so beautiful. I'm going to close it, use the spout, and as it's running, I'm going to keep adding it. That's it. All I will do is to wait for the dough to come together with this machine, and I know my dough is ready. So it's very important that you add little juice at a time. I didn't add any water, it was just ghee and the beetroot juice. Just going to open it and check if the dough is firm. If it is not, then you can add a little flour when you take it out, knead it, and then roll it to make the nimki or the matri. So I'm going to keep this aside and then make the spinach nimki dough. Now to make the spinach nimki or the palak nimki, okay? Again, maida, I'm going to add it into my MasterChef jar, some salt, the ajwain, add to the crunch, ghee to add to the flakiness, and of course taste. And then we're going to add little spinach water at a time. I'm going to add one round right now, and then after that, once the dough comes together, we'll add a little more. Okay, I'm going to cover and then start. So I just needed to add a little bit this time, and then the whole dough has come together and we have a nice green color spinach, and that's it. So now I'm going to take it out of this and then roll it and then deep fry it. So now I'm going to dust flour on my surface to roll out the nimki, spread it out a little bit. I'm going to roll this nimki out into a nice flat, about an inch, little half an inch thickness maybe, or a little less based on how thick you want your nimki to be. Okay, so I'm just going to roll it out, and if it sticks, just roll, dust, add in some flour on the top. So notice that I've rolled it out fairly thin, but not too thin, because when we deep fry it in oil, it'll puff up anyways. Okay, so I'm going to cut these into diamond shapes. So I have this roller cutter. You can use a knife, but you can also use any type of cutter that you have, depending upon what type of shape that you want to give it. Okay, cross it to make diamonds. Now I'm going to keep these aside and roll out the spinach as well, and then fry both of them individually in batches. I'm going to dust some more flour and take my spinach nimki dough, press it down and roll it just like how I did for the beetroot, and then cut it into diamond shapes. So now the next step is to fry these nimkis. I'm going to be frying them individually, so you can store them individually, or you can just fry them in a big batch if you have a nice large kadai. I'm going to add one by one. Ensure that you fry it on medium-high heat and keep tossing it, and you'll see it fluff up and fry it till it turns lightly golden. You can't see the colors too well, but until it at least turns crisp. Okay, so I'm just going to show you that it takes about 3 to 4 minutes to fry a good batch of nimki. So I'm going to go ahead and mix the green and the beetroot color together, and so the colors look so beautiful, and I think it's just absolutely fine. But if you want to store it in separate containers, go ahead and fry it separately. Okay, so that's it. I'm going to fry this batch, next batch a little later, and wait till it becomes nice and crisp. So what I'm going to do is to now take it out, drain out the oil, and sprinkle some chaat masala, and that's it. You'll be ready to serve it along with a cup of hot chai. If you have a bowl, what would be good is to actually toss it well, so all the nimkis just get this chaat masala flavor. That's it. Our nimki is ready, beetroot and spinach nimki. I hope you get a try. Isn't it really simple? Adding a beetroot juice and spinach juice to add color to your food. Do give this recipe a try. When you do, don't forget to share your feedback in the comments below, because I'll always be looking to hear back from you. Until then, until next time, happy cooking and healthy eating.